Hey guys, welcome back to another video here on the channel. And we are doing another streaming guide today, guys. Um, as you can see, I don't have my camera. Like, you can see my camera obviously on the vertical scene. But I don't have it put on this main screen only because of, so it looks a little cleaner when I'm showing you guys this tutorial. So today's tutorial, I'm showing you guys how to multi-stream with Aitum. So the first thing you want to do is like this is what my OBS looks like with Aitum. I got Twitch as my main built-in, YouTube as my main horizontal, YouTube Vertical, and TikTok, and then of course, you guys can see I got Aitum Vertical over here as well. Like, this is your different scenes that you can use and set up. So you got your different scenes, like they all connect with your main scenes over here. So what you want to do, like how to get this, guys, what you're gonna want to do is what you're gonna want to do is you want to go to this, go to Aitum to get this stuff. And as you can see, it's already on the main products page here, Aitum Multistream. So you can either choose, like, they got everything from the Aitum app. Like, I don't really use this stuff, to be honest. I mean, it looks handy. Like, they got some cool stuff going on for that. But they also got Stream Suite, which, by the way, I have tried. It's just basically Aitum Vertical and Aitum Multistream built into one app. Is basically what they're doing. They also have multi-chat set up. That's kind of another thing you can do. But the reason I don't use Stream Suite myself is because look at the difference here. Like, it looks like this, but I like my stuff to look like this, where it's not so clustered together. Like, it's not so, you know, like bloated, the word I'm trying to use. Like, I'm not a big fan of Aitum Stream Suite, to be honest. So that's why I just use, you know, the Aitum Multistream and the Aitum Vertical, which works still perfectly. Yes, the only downsides is, yes, you can't create other vertical canvases and you can't do all of that, unless you have like Stream Suite, or previously I was using Stream Elements, but I'll be honest, guys, like, I got tired of my vertical scenes always breaking all the time, and I just decided to have one little format here, for like my OBS, like my stuff over this way. I use Social Stream Ninja, which I'll show you guys how to use that too. And then, of course, I got my little vertical scenes. But yeah, to get vertical, you want to go to this website here for Aitum Vertical as well. And then you download that. I already have it installed myself. So I'm just going to show you guys the different things you can do with Aitum Vertical. So first off, this is how this works. Like, I already have some scenes set up, but I'll put Kick as an example, la 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 for stream key. So, and then it'll kind of look like this, where you just add in your stream key. And the thing that's cool about this is it has different settings. Like the one thing you don't want to do is make, like, switch the encoders. Like, I mean, you can if you wanted to pump out like high bit rate for your YouTube stream, for instance. But it's not recommended. Like, I don't recommend that because the one thing I'll say, like, it'll overload your PC more. So you definitely, like, if you're gonna Aitum Stream Suite, I mean, why did I say stream suite? I meant Aitum Multistream and Aitum Vertical. Is you can change the audio track to track 2. Like if you're using Twitch's VOD track, I'm gonna fix this because this is supposed to be 128. So yeah, if you use VOD track 2, that's why I would highly recommend to using, you know, Aitum like VOD track. Like you just go to audio settings and in the VOD track you change it, and the rest of the stuff you just use as your main encoder because that's what's you know that's what is pumping out your mainstream and what you want your mainstream to go to. But the little thing I'll tell you about Aitum, um, just so you guys know about it. So you can't just go live hitting, for example, kick. This output is configured to use your main encoder's output built-in stream, which is not currently active. Please start your main encoder first. So if you try to do that first, then you're not gonna have the stream going live. Like you would have to hit built stream, like you would have to hit the start streaming button on Twitch first, then click this, then click that on Kick, so on, etc. And another thing about the vertical settings, like if you want your vertical streams to start right away, you go down here and then you hit this press start and stop streaming when main OBS starts. It basically start and stop streaming when OBS starts and stops streaming. And the same with recording. Like I have that set up like that just because I like having both formats record, like depending on what I'm recording. So I just have both things recording at the same time, which I find very handy. You can't do this with Stream Elements. And you definitely can't hit replay buffer, like say when you're recording something when you're on Stream Elements, which kind of sucks. So, like you see, I just hit a clip and it's backtracking. And basically, yeah, you get all these fun settings on OBS. Like you gotta turn backtrack on if you want to use it for your, getting clips. Like I always put mine to 30 seconds. I always put my video bit rate to 4,000 kilobits just because that's, my internet, just how it is. And I feel like it makes it more stable having it on that much. So yeah, that's just that's basically all I do. And then when you switch scenes, you can do things like this. Just a prime example. Not that I want these scenes this show, but I was just showing you guys as an example, like for the scene transitions. So, how Social Stream Ninja works. I'll show you guys this as well. Oh. So how this works is usually, normally when you have a YouTube stream going, then you would have to, for instance, you would have to have a YouTube stream going because it would show things like this, for instance. And then you would hit shorts, for instance, for the chat to show. And then every time you go live, once you select these, there'll be like a little, see how it says auto activate right here? Well, you gotta have to do that with every one of your streams every time you stream on YouTube, which I don't seem to have a problem with that really. I mean, it's more reliable than Caster Labs, which I have used. But watch, I'll show you guys how this works. So, for instance, cats. See how that looks nice on Social Stream Ninja? That's kind of what I use. And how to get to Social Stream Ninja is you go to this website, and then you download this. You would want the Windows app or Mac OS, Linux, whatever you're using, and you just download one of these. And you can add any platforms you want. I'll show you guys that real quick. You can add Facebook if you wanted to, TikTok. I wouldn't stream on Trovo. Trovo's pretty dead. Same with D Live, that's dead. Rumble, you can go on there if you want. Kick, same. I mean, I don't use any of them myself. But if that's where you feel you vibe at, same with Beam Stream, which I made a video on that talking about that. But you can use any one of these, but these are just my main three that I do. So why I make these kind of videos? The reason I like making these kind of tutorial videos is because I'm very passionate about content creation and streaming myself. My main games at the moment is obviously ESO, as you can see over here. It's been one of my main games for a while. I dabbled in Minecraft and a few other games. You guys can see me live normally throughout the week on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. 7 a.m. Eastern time. My name's Ryzen Phoenix TV. And if this guide did help you guys, feel free to let me know in the comments below. Let me know if it did help you. I'm so glad that I was able to make a helpful guide for all you guys. And, I'll definitely link the rest of those links below in the description for everything Aitum and Stream Suite, whatever your guys' needs are as a content creator. So until the next video, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to hit the like, the subscribe if you want to. If you didn't like it too much, that is a completely valid and okay too. But any kind of interaction is a good interaction. But my name's Ryzen Phoenix TV. I've been in the content creator space for 11 to 12 years. Former mixer streamer, and it's nice to meet you all. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. And just to add on to this video, I forgot to mention that yes, you do have to schedule a YouTube live stream every time you go, before you go live on Aitum. So I'll show you guys how to do that real quick. You go to live, and then you just schedule any of these kind of streams, like any stream, and then that's how you would go about that. So I'll show you how to get a stream key. Like you would just create new stream key, and then you copy one of these. Like you just go to the copy, and then you paste those into your, just inside of OBS, like not OBS but Aitum, for example. Like I'll create another YouTube, for example. So yeah, that's how you would go about that. Like, yeah, you would create your YouTube, and you know, that's how you would go about that. So anyways, I hope that helps, guys.